Well, I've seen series of videos where people mention Okowa, that he has been the problem of this Anioma state creation, and he has been the person instigating the chairman and the house members, allegedly.
Across the country, I'm an Igbo man, I can't be counted out, and that is a true situation.
Gazette for the nationalities.
Okay.
All Anioma communities were identified as Igbo speaking people,
Yeah.
Igbo Delta.
Yeah.
It is there,
Yeah.
recognized officially in Delta State Gazette.
Yeah.
And then now, those down I see that historically, they say historically they are not Igbo. But you allowed yourself to be identified as Igbo speaking Deltas in your gazette, in official gazette of nationality that's made up of.
Cut it there. Historically, we're Igbos. Anybody saying historically we are not Igbos is for political reason is stupid. Pure. Because in life, when you grow, you question some things.
Yes.
How can you say that we are from Benin and we don't share we don't hear our language is not similar. Our culture is not similar. And even the Benin people we say we are from, they call us Igbos.
Yeah.
Initially, I was thinking that the Delta's not issue of joining the Southeast and creation of states is mixture of historical and political. So, but I stand here this morning to tell you that that problem is purely political problem. The cultural and the historical aspect of it is just insignificant. The major problem is political interest. Interest in politics is the issue, purely issue.
Should somebody stand against it? It doesn't make any. We are thinking of tomorrow. We are not thinking of now. I don't know why our elders don't think like that. Even this politically, yes, which is making them not to agree to for the Anioma state to add to the Southeast. Okay. It's just for political reason. But their mind is that now we become fully, in case, we become fully marginalized.
Yeah.
To the fullest, because they are now seeing us as a Southeast. To what end?
So you can see, it shows so many things that is happening. One is that the man has power to influence many people, but at the same time, people are pointing at him that he's the problem. We should be careful the things we do, because as we are doing everything we are doing now, we are making history. History is being written on what we are doing. So I want to stress this morning that I have noticed, allegedly, that Okowa has been the problem or the person that is influencing the politicians. Well, Anioma people, they have said it severally in so many videos that I have watched so far.
Mind is working. Who is thinking of tomorrow that will go against the creation of Anioma state and also go against adding it to the Southeast?
Well, in as much as we have our individual target, our individual plans, our aspirations, and endeavors, we should always pursue these things with conscience. Always have the bigger picture at mind. What do I mean by bigger picture? We should always, look at things holistically. What will benefit our people more? That is the purpose of being a politician. Politics have been turned the other way around in Nigeria and in most African countries. Politics is an avenue to help your people to achieve what they want to achieve. Avenue to bring development. That is politics. Politics is not about self-interest, personal gains, and the rest. No, that is where we are making mistake. Like this issue of Anioma, state creation, people should drop their personal interest and focus on the Anioma people. That is the purpose. That is the major thing. If you call yourself a good politician, we should always strive to achieve that in mind. Looking at things holistically And it's when you achieve the bigger things, then you come home and look for your own benefit. For me, that is the way I see it. People have different grace. That this person has done it, we should be happy with him. That Ned Nwoko has done it is a good thing, that we should all be happy with him. You know, it's not because that I was once a senator representing Delta North, or I was once a governor, I didn't do it, does not mean that I am not useful in other areas. There are some areas I am still useful. You see, so these are level of grace that we have. And God knows what he's doing by giving that, tossing that idea to different people, different things to different people. We shouldn't, envy anybody that is doing what him and his God agreed. You people have made me to turn to a preacher. Well, I am showing my own concern because, I put myself in the shoes of Anioma people, what they are passing through, what the Banker people are passing through. Sometimes I put myself in their shoes. And being that I am also an in-law from Anioma State, it shows me a little concern. So, but the point there is that if Anioma people are not serious, Southeast will look within and take their state sharply. So, but many voices are coming up, saying a lot of things that made me to conclude further that this thing is not cultural, it's not historical. Forget those things. They know that they are Igbos. The problem there is political. It's purely political problem, and that is what they are facing. So without wasting time, let's hear this clip so that you understand another angle of it. Thank you.
Welcome to today's podcast. My name is King Silesia. I'm from Enugu State, the former president of the Association of Enugu State Indigenous UAE, and the current President General of Igbo Community. Yeah, with me today is Happiness from Delta State. Today we are going to be discussing the burning issue in our polity, which is the creation of Anioma State that has been in the political front line. So I want to hear from you, Mr. Freeborn, being that you are from Delta State.
Delta State.
What is your take?
Okay. I'm from Delta State, Eka North.
But let me ask you, before you can properly introduce yourself, let me ask you this pertinent question that is agitating every average Igbo man's heart.
Okay.
Are you an Igbo man, or who are you? I want you to define your national identity before we can go further.
Thank you for that question. I think that will be the background from which I will speak.
Yeah.
I am a typical Igbo man.
Okay.
Yeah, that is who I am, and that is who I will be, and that is who I will forever be. Okay. I am an Igbo man, complete.
All right.
Yeah. As somebody from Eka North,
okay.
I am an Igbo man. By blood, by nature, and also by spirit.
Now, hearing from you that are an Igbo man, what did they then say to some of, let me say, your brothers or our brothers from across the Niger, that often when you meet them and you want to extend hand of fellowship to them as your fellow Igbo brother, they will typically even tell you that I am not an Igbo man.
Yeah.
But by their name, you intend to, associate with them. So they will deny frontally that they are not an Igbo person. So how do you manage the situation amongst our brothers?
If you have been following my online discussion for some time now, and I am one of the people of the opinion that our parents or the elders, our elders in Nigeria as a whole, they are not bequeathing a good country for us. They are not bequeathing anything to look up to. So Nigeria has been a country that is full of deception. This happened to every tribe, every state, especially our elderly ones. They have not left anything for us to follow. Mm-hmm. Let me say a value, a vision, something. There was nothing like that. And I don't know exactly what caused that. For me, I think that that is why it's like this one Nigeria we say is like it's like a mirage, because you can pinpoint one thing that is pointing us to a direction or that is making us to be one, as a country. So that why I say this is I will take this thing now is also affecting our people. Some of our people say they are not Igbos. Then the question is, if you are not Igbos, who are you?
Okay.
That is where they get confused. Okay, because the stories before, due to political reasons,
Okay.
they want us to separate from the Igbos.
From the southeast.
Yeah, from the southeast,
southeast,
the
geopolitical
southeast,
zone.
Geopolitical zone, because that is that is like where the concentration is. That these are the Igbos. Okay, because the concentration is there,
Okay.
and they don't want us to be marginalized. They don't want us to be put in the shoe which they are putting in the core, the core Easterners that the whole Nigeria regard as Easterners. They don't want them to put us exactly in the same shoe which they put them. So they have brainwashed our people to say that we are not Igbos.
Mm-hmm.
Even during the war, that was also part of the reason to save most of our people.
Okay.
And some of our people engaged in the Biafra war. Some fought. You understand?
You talk about the war. That brings me to this, because if you read the history of the war, which was tagged the Igbo coup,
Yeah.
it is on a very, very verifiable public that even the person that spearheaded the war is from Anioma, Okwanam precise, Kaduna and Zogo.
Yeah, Kaduna and Zogo, yeah.
And with Ifejuna from Onisha.
Yeah, Ifejuna from Obosi.
Okay, yeah. They spearheaded it.
Yeah.
And every other Igbo nation rallied around them. And we fought the war together. We did everything together. And then at the end of the day, then these people that caused the same problem within among the Igbo nation, some are now saying that they're not Igbo. How do you reconcile it?
No, we are. They are only trying to be political. It's as simple as that. You understand? That is just the only reason. They're only trying to be political. As you said, the Kaduna and Zogo, they say Igbo coup. Yeah, it's an Igbo man. The Kaduna and Zogo that is from Okbana, it's an Igbo man. You understand? So we are Igbos. But because, you see, this political reason, because like the Anioma people have been attached to data which is made up of other Ishekiris, Ethiop, a lot of other tribes. So they always want us to attach ourselves to them so that marginalization will not come to us. We rather benefit more align to Delta State, to people who are not Igbos, than believing that we are called Igbos. So I don't know what they are trying to actually dodge. I don't know what they are trying to benefit from the federal. For me, I didn't see. Nigeria is not working, and it's affecting everybody. Whether Delta, whether Lagos, whether even Sokoto, even the Caliphate that think they are controlling Nigeria. I think they are even the most affected. The Nigeria that is not working is even affecting them more than us. Those that think that they are in power, they are the one controlling Nigeria. They are the one even suffering more in Nigeria than they think that they are marginalizing. Right. So to what end? By now, everybody from Delta and your eyes should be open. But that this thing we are looking for is no longer there. There is nothing coming out of it. Yeah. So it's better. It's high time we drop that political statement and follow our destiny and follow our originality and follow our root. It's as simple as that.
Okay. But you talked about that some of you want to attach yourself to other nationality like Sekre and the other tribe. Yeah. So it now begs the question, does it mean that those ones, they are more accepting you as more brothers or as kinsmen than the Igbos in Southeast? Which is which? Because I'm confused. when you talk about Anioma, even the name connotes an Igbo
Yeah.
name.
Yeah.
But now some people will say, some of them say, I'm from Benin. Then I'm beginning to ask, does it mean that the Benin indigenous, they more accept you, those ones, or do you, let me use that you, than your Igbo brethren from the southeast? Why is it that most of our Anioma brothers, they continually isolate themselves from the main Igbo stream?
Yes.
The mainstream Igbo.
In terms of acceptance, we are accepted everywhere. One, our cultural background is we are very hospitable. So we are accepted in every front. Whether people from Benin, Shekiri, Ijo, we are accepted in both those across the Niger. We are accepted, but that is in terms of acceptance. But that does not negate the fact. I mean, that does not prove to the fact that we are Igbos. Even the Benis, when they want to refer to us, they refer to us as Owibo. That is people from Igbo.
Yeah.
Despite our relationship, despite our friendliness, our closeness, we see them as brothers, but they still refer us to. If they want to mention us, they will say Owibo. The way if we want to say an Yoruba person, we say
Omo Yoruba.
Yeah, Omo Yoruba. Do you understand?
Only Yoruba.
Yeah, only Yoruba. And then if Benin people want to say about us, they will say Owibo. That is Onyibo. Do you understand?
Yes.
So they still see us as Igbos. So we denying it does not. I think it's anybody who is denying it is. I may say some of them is brainwashed. Most of them brainwashed. They don't know up to now, but some know. And if they are doing it, it's just for political reason. Deep down in their heart, they know that they are Igbos.
Okay. Now, let's come back to the main subject of discussion, which is the creation of Anioma state. I hope you are following the sequence of events.
Yeah.
Recently, is it Asenge of Asaba?
Yeah, the Asenge of Asaba.
Asenge of Asaba came openly, begin to say he have his own reservation about the creation of Anioma state. I think he just yesterday, the chiefs in Asaba Kingdom, they came out and protest against the removal of the capital. If the actualization of Anioma happens, that they protesting against removing the capital from Asaba to elsewhere. And again, it's also in a public domain that the chairman of the 9 local government and their House of Assembly members came out boldly and signed that they don't want to associate with the people of Southeast. That is what is on board right now. Forgetting that the approval from the National Assembly is to create one more additional state in the Southeast to balance the equation, which is why Ned Nwoko took it upon himself and again start lobbying all the Igbo nation for
Anioma state
to be created. I think they have had some meetings in Enugu, and everyone from the Southeast geopolitical zone is intending it's like they're accepting it to be real. But now there's even the governments, the political actors in the Anioma are now isolating themselves from Southeast. So is it not if now the Southeasterners, politicians, now insist that if that is the case, later one small state be created in the Southeast before the Anioma? So in the long run, I think it's not going to be a wasted effort for Ned Nwoko. Or what do you think?
My brother, you should understand, and also debtors, especially Anioma people, should understand the majority of our political leaders and elders, they are all stomach infrastructure. Many of the 95% of them, they are all stomach infrastructure. Where the belly face, that is where they face.
Okay.
So they are not talking. They are not speaking from. They are not speaking from a very critical thinking. if they have sat down and think critically, if not for their stomach infrastructure, they will not come up, they will not be against the creation of Anioma state. They will not be against adding it to Southeast. And they will not even be against changing the capital of Asaba.
Okay.
Okay, is it not we that have been agitating for the port in Lagos to be decentralized?
Yeah, yes.
That other ports should
Be functional.
Yeah, should be functional. Yeah, and what is the reason for that? The reason for that is for vibrancy of the economy. That is number one. And two, for space.
Yes.
And three, for life expectancy to not to be low, to be high.
Yeah.
That people who have, there are so many reasons. The congestion.
Yeah.
Do you understand?
Yeah.
So now, let's assume even they are going to change the capital from Asaba. Asaba have developed. Now you can't get land to buy even in Asaba. All is Okpanam, all this, that is where if any meaningful development is coming, it cannot be in the center of Asaba again. Yeah. It's either it's Ibuzo, it's in Okpanam. That is the only place they will see a land.
Yeah.
The real Asaba does not have any single land again to give out. So, which and Asaba have come to stay.
Yes, has come to stay, yeah.
Even if the capital is moved from Asaba to another place, Asaba will still remain vibrant.
Yeah.
It will never underdevelop. It will keep developing.
Yes, of course.
So even if they change the capital from Asaba to another place in Anioma, it will still boost the economy. It will make Anioma to be greater. And of course, you see why data is even making, many people make reference to data. Because data is one of the most developed states.
Yeah.
Because we have different cities in data. Unlike some states, only the capital. Yeah. And around them, you see development.
Yeah.
In Delta State, Warri is there. Asaba is there. Sapele is there. Awuchi is there. Abo is there. Abraka is there. We have so many developed, cities. Do you understand?
Yeah.
So, which, even if they create Anioma now, let's assume.
Yeah.
We are not saying they should move it. But even if you come to that point that they say, okay, let's move the capital, it's still to the benefit of every indigene of Anioma state. Yeah. So why should somebody stand against it? It doesn't make any... We are thinking of tomorrow. We are not thinking of now. I don't know why our elders they don't think like that. Even this politically, yes, which is making them not to agree to for the Anioma state to add to the southeast. Okay. It's just for political reason. But their mind is that now we become fully, in case, we become fully marginalized.
Yeah.
To the fullest, because they are now seeing us as a southeast. To what end? Even we in that, are we better than any state in southeast?
See,
are we better?
Is it not high time that the Anioma political actors should put their differences aside, now lock themselves in a room to think for the future of our unborn children of Anioma? Because why am I saying that? There's an adage in our language that says,
exactly.
So if you first of all secure a space where you spray your mat.
Yes.
If you don't have a space to spray your mat and they are carrying your mat all over the place, where do you spray it?
There's no
Does it really matter where the geopolitical zone where Anioma is situated, or does it is it not better to get a state of your own?
Yes.
And then you have this people of a like mind and one culture and one language.
Yes.
To be in
the same place.
In the same place.
Yeah.
Hence the development of the entire people of the Anioma. Now, why are they now struggling they're struggling for the mat without securing the land?
The land.
Where they go, they will spray it. So to me, it doesn't make any political sense. If in every ramification, even if we say now they want to carve you to southeast, let's just reason critical. Even if you remain in south, it doesn't remove the fact that every other
still an Igbo man.
We see as an Igbo man.
Yes.
And again,
when we're in South, we are still an Igbo.
And even that marginalization you are talking about will be also highly. It will now be very, very specific. Within the South geopolitical zone, they will now single you out for marginalization, because they will now treat you as an Igbo state. I get in the point.
Yeah.
So for me, I think it's a high time the political actors in Anioma.
Most of them are thinking for their stomach. Sincerely, somebody like Okowa, those guys are political rascals. You understand? Everything they think is only politics. They don't think of what the children unborn will come and benefit. They don't think, if they think data could have been developed, even a car could have been like that of Dubai.
Yeah.
But they are not interested. All they know is how to share money, how to go around and mess up the whole thing. There is no person whose mind is working, who is thinking of tomorrow, that will go against the creation of Anioma state, and also go against adding it to the Southeast. The Southeast is only the geopolitical zone that have 5 states. And now, by God's grace, that extra state have been approved. Is it not an opportunity for us to have our own state as an Anioma state, and who to make us even the majority?
No.
Where we are minority.
Yeah.
And if we create an Anioma state, we become majority. And somebody say we should remain in the South. South for why?
So what I'm even asking, have they thought of, even if they are agitating for that, so now for their own free conscience, now they would want South
to have a seven
state,
yeah,
while Southeast
is having 5.
And we talk about the Northwest that is having 7 states,
yes,
and every other people are agitating for that.
That is not good.
That is not good. So, and again, I think they should really
they are not thinking rationally,
because the people of the Southeast geopolitical zone will insist, if that is the case, if you cannot associate with us politically, then let us take what belongs to us, because there is the proposal for Adada state to be created,
and
Olu state to be created,
I know
state, even Aba state.
Yes, Aba state.
So it is not. I think if the Southeastern politicians come together and say, okay, we are taking what is rightfully belong to us.
I think that is what we are hearing now.
Yeah,
since Anioma, they are kicking against it. The state must be created and
approved.
Yeah, it will be moved to another place.
And it will be on history. Those that have contributed blocking, because even from history, the decision of creation of a normal state it did not start today.
It's not today now. I remember when they even created Delta State.
Yeah.
Even that time they proposed this Anioma state. But unfortunately, they did not get it. They add us to Delta State.
Delta State.
Even at that time, when the state was created, when Babangida created the states, and this Mariam Babangida was there, we proposed this Anioma state then.
Yeah.
But they did not, create it, and then this for Babangida to favor his wife, they have to include us in Delta State and put a capital to Asaba, so that the wife will be compensated, because the wife actually was fighting for the Anioma state.
Can you imagine?
You understand?
Yeah.
So that was the compensation. Okay, we are not granting Anioma state because they really want to marginalize the Southeast. So what I will do, we are adding you to Delta, but I will give Asaba the capital.
The capital.
That was how he compensated the wife.
Yeah.
you understand?
Yeah. Which other nationality within the Delta state were
They
not
were
happy?
not happy. They were not happy.
They thought it could have been
as a matter of fact, the first civilian governor then, they have office in Warri. His office in Warri they use more than the one in Asaba. Then, as a form of protest.
Yeah, protest.
Because they never wanted that capital to be in Asaba. So they have 2 offices. Yeah. The governor's office is 2. Yeah. One in Asaba and one in Warri.
Yeah.
And which they stay more in Warri than even the one in Asaba. Then, that time. You understand? Okay. Now we have opportunity to have our state. And some people are saying we should still be. So where is that? See, that is that Nigerian mentality. Where is that fairness? Where is that justice? Do you understand?
Even within the Igbo nation now, we are marginalizing ourselves.
Yes.
That's what it means. Yeah. At times, if you are beginning to look at these politicians, they are just a very selfish set of people.
Very, very, very selfish. Greedy people.
They act like an intellectual dwarf. Yeah. Now, what do I mean by that? In in Delta State Gazette for the nationalities,
Okay.
all Anioma communities were identified as Igbo speaking people,
Yeah.
Igbo Delta.
Yeah.
It is there,
Yeah.
recognized officially in Delta State Gazette.
Yeah.
And then now, those down I see that historically, they say historically they are not Igbo. But you allowed yourself to be identified as Igbo speaking Deltans in official gazette of nationality that's made up of.
Cut it there. Historically, we're Igbos. Anybody saying historically we are not Igbos is for political reason is stupid. Pure. Because in life, when you grow, you question some things.
Yes.
How can you say that we are from Benin and we don't share any? We don't hear our language is not similar. Our culture is not similar. And even the Benin people we say we are from, they call us Igbos.
Yeah.
How
of Benin was given a report of a Yehuda people in the rivers. Also that they are historically Igbo people. Benin of Benin, then he was a public servant. And in one of his books, I don't want to misquote, but I just heard his story. He documented and he said in that book, he referenced the other our brothers in the river as Igbo people. Now, you see, the point, okay, let me digress a bit. Even you can bear me witness, we're still having the same problem with our Delta brother, even in Dubai here, in UAE. The Igbo community we have, the 5 Igbo states we associate, we do festival, celebration of Igbo culture, and every other thing. Sometimes I noted that we should involve, I'm just saying this to you for the first time, so we should involve our brothers from the Anioma, because I heard that they have their own viable meeting here. Some of us said no, because some of them they are not agreeing to be an Igbo. We debated it. At the end of the day, it's pipe closed. Now this is hearing coming from, and I was also one of the person that advocated that Anioma state is. I am from Enugu. I'm from Onsuka. If you let's say if they created another state, my local government is one of the most contended local government to be part of Adada. I'm from Isuzo. So they are contending it, but geopolitical zone we are in Enugu East. So for me, I don't want to see play politics with that.
No.
Because I want the right thing to be done. Yeah. If we get an additional state, which is Anioma, which is now regarded as Southeast, I think in expansion would have expanded our geopolitical landscape. Yeah. Again, bringing back our brothers across the Niger. Yeah. And then the issue of marginalization.
And it will become better to fight we have garnered more strength to fight together.
Yeah, of course.
You understand? See, anybody telling us that, sorry for some language I use, is painful. Yeah, that somebody is trying to alter your originality. It's like somebody coming to tell me now that I am a woman. You don't understand? Yeah. You are coming to, convince me that I'm a man, I know that I am a man. You are coming to convince me that, no, I'm a woman. That I look like a woman, or I'm wearing my wife's dress, so I'm a woman. It cannot be. Yeah, that is what they are trying to do in Anioma. Yeah, by saying that we are not Igbos. You are trying to call a man a woman. It cannot be. Yeah, all those historical is a twisted history for political reason. That we are from Benin. How?
Okay, Benin now change your language, change your culture.
Yeah, change everything.
No, Igbo now will come and dominate you.
Igbo, come and colonize us.
Yes, I like that.
Yes, so
give you a K,
everything we take it from Igbos, and Benin is there watching. And the Igbos are coming to colonize their people. And they make them to speak the same language, make them to have the same culture. Benin is there watching. That their children, their brothers, is being converted. So meaning the Igbos are so powerful. Yeah. That is why we should even identify with Igbos if they could achieve that. Do you understand? So see, my brother, is for political reason and for what end? You see, and politics are for lazy men. All these people who play politics of chop I chop, sharing.
Professional politicians.
Yes, they are all thieves. And those are the little-minded people.
Yeah.
You understand? Those are the little. That is why Igbos are proud. When they say Igbos are too proud, why would they not be proud?
Why?
How many of people from other regions made it their wealth from struggling, from building a business? Go and check it. In other regions, many people that are wealthy, it's only few that build their wealth from ground to top.
To top, yeah.
The only place you see that is in Igbo land. So why would such person not be proud? All these people are saying this is just because of they want something to. They are all criminals. They have been living on politics. Do you understand? If they take politics out from them, they become nobody.
Okay, now, Mr.
That is just all.
Mr. Happiness, now let us begin to draw the curtain down. How the few of you who really understand your originality and your identity, how do you now then convince the teeming youth? Even, it also baffles me. There are some youth.
Yeah, we are divided. There are some youth. Even the youth are believing more that we are from we are Igbos than even our elderly ones. Now, sincerely.
Now that there is a stalemate in the creation of from every news available. It's like the Anioma state creation of Anioma state is on the dead end. So how do you quickly? Some people like you, there is one of this guy always on the internet talking about the originality of Anioma people of Igbo. He talk about many things that has happened in time past that even make the general Igbo nation to suffering what we are suffering today is orchestrated by our Anioma brothers. Even in 1934, where he made a reference of a 31 long year fighting the British before surrendering to their colonialism, which is why they marked Igbo people as people that does not obey order. And then when the time of independence came, they now, for that reason, give power to the Northerners, people that are so easily to be controlled. So if all the other Igbo nations have suffered the same fate with our Anioma brothers, and now we are talking about coming together as Igbo nation so that we can now fight a common enemy. And some people among the Anioma people, politicians, are sculpting it. So should this mission fail, what will be? What are they going to tell their generation unborn?
Yeah, there is a lot of good Deltans, people from Anioma State, who support that creation of Anioma State and also adding the state to Southeast. There are I have listened to a number of voices, and that is why I am also adding my voice to it.
Okay.
And calling all good and well-meaning Anioma indigenes to speak up. They should not allow these politicians to have the higher voice. Yeah, people like Okowa. What have Okowa done for us? Nothing. All is so. Why should they listen to such person who have not done anything meaningful to the Anioma state? And when he was there, even as a senator, as a governor, did he succeed in campaigning for Anioma state to be created? Now that somebody have done it, instead of them to be proud and follow this person who have done these things, they are doing political calculation and permutation that have not helped us in any way. Do you understand? So people should discard their voice and follow the writing, support. They should call for, it should be urgent. Let Anioma state be created and we should be added to the Southeast because that is our originality. We are Igbos.
So, but now their behavior now is it not giving credence to the this nomenclature that always often say Igbo has no Igbo Nweze because we believe in ourselves. So nobody wants another person to lead him. Could it be that the political enemies of Ned Nwoko are those ones? Because the problem now is purely squarely in the hand of the political elite, the Anomas.
Yes.
The ordinary Anoma doesn't care whether Anoma is in Southeast or in South. But the fight that is on table now is the fight of the elite and the political class. To the extent that even some of them they are pitching, the traditional rulers are pitching tents in different camps. Before now, there are a lot of voices from Anioma that are advocating for the creation. All of a sudden, at the tail end, when it has become to fruition, you begin to hear divergent views.
That they have started their diabolical politics.
Yeah.
That is all. That is what they want to use to stop this good thing that want to happen to Anioma.
Is it not good for them to allow it to go through referendum as Nate Nwoko have proposed? If the majority of Anioma,
instead of few people, yeah, let them give a referendum. Let everybody vote.
Yes, because I also heard saying that there will be a referendum within the bigger Igbo nation in Enugu, where the mainstream, the Southeast geopolitical zone politicians, they are decision maker in the sense, will come and vote. If the Southeast would allow the slot of Southeast to be created one state in Southeast, if they will allow it to be the Anioma. Okay. And after voting in that Enugu, they will now do referendum. And Nedu has gone so as far as even lobbying the state national House of Assemblies.
That guy have tried seriously. Nedu Nwoko have tried seriously, to be sincere.
Yeah. So to me, I think I will only advise that the political elite in Anioma should put their house in order and pursue the land, the space before the mat, because they are doing the opposite. So your final submission on this topic would be what if you are to be amongst the? I know you can only lend your voice, but among the decision makers in Anioma region, what would
my final take is that I support the creation of Anioma state, and I also support the addition of the Anioma created state to that of Southeast. So we become a Southeast geopolitical zone, not a South-South.
Okay.
Now, many people will argue, in South-South to benefit more. So what have we benefited? Where is data in the scheme of things? Where is data? And even in data as a state, we are minority. But creating Anioma will make us a majority, take our destiny in our own hands.
Okay.
And if by God's grace we have a good politician, that will make the development to be rapid than even being in a data state. So everybody should support that, because at the long run it will benefit us more than being in a South-South.
Okay, Mr. Freeborn, it will benefit you more than being to South-South. On that note, I really appreciate you for coming on board to lend your voice on the Anioma agitation. I hope in our next episode we'll be expatiating on the turn of event. I hope that Anioma brethren, our Anioma brothers, will put their house in order and get this state created. So, welcome viewers. I would appreciate you subscribe and continue to like our postcard
and share and comment also. Thank you
so much.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Bye.
Having listened to that, in-depth discussion about what is going on in Anioma State, I want to also believe that you are getting close to the reality, or if you are not already in the reality of things that are happening inside Delta State, North in particular. Well, I have done my best to give you guys updates, but I still, hope to give you more updates if there is anything that you need to know concerning what we are discussing. And we are always standing on the truth in the reality of things, and we don't try to model things. We give it the way it is, so that you guys will follow and be on the same page with us. Well, I am still Chinedu, your presenter. Until I come your way next time, I say bye for now.